Oh hey, what's up guys? It's GQAzndood, and I wanted to give you a 10 question video bio about myself. If you're friends with me on Facebook, awesome. If not, request. I would gladly add you on there. If you haven't been to my YouTube channel, I do a lot of YouTube videos about video games and other nerdy stuff. Go on there, subscribe, comment, support the community. Awesome. I just wanted to share with you some of the information that the questions maybe people have asked, like what I'm wearing on my head. This is actually Max's hat from Scribblenauts. So if you never played the game, it's on Wii U. It's pretty fun and it's pretty awesome. You pretty much write any word down and it comes to life on the game. Pretty neat if you tell me. It's like your own life note. Yeah? Anyway, 10 questions, and let's get them started. The first one is, what's my name? Well, clearly if you're my friend on Facebook, hope to God you know what my name is. If not, my name is James. Thank you. And my last name is Ong. Thank you. There we go. Alright, so yeah, pretty standard really, James Ong. I am Filipino Chinese, and I'm mostly Filipino. I think I'm like 75-25. My last name is Chinese, so everybody thinks I'm Chinese. Plus I look more Chinese than I do Filipino. It's these natural sunglasses that I have. What else? My last name, here's a little piece of trivia for you. My last name is actually different in depending on what part of China you're from. So if you're like from the north, it's Wang, and Wong, Hong, and then Ong. It really depends what part of China you're from. But if you write it out, the symbol for Ong, Wang, or whatever is exactly the same no matter what. It's just depending on where you're from in China, because China's pretty big, they'll say it differently. So that's a little backstory of my name. Another thing that shouts out to Jade, by the way, she's the one that asked me this, was my age. So the other thing I like to do is play what's my age. Well, how old do you think I am? Let's see. If you're tired of guessing, it's actually, I get 25, sometimes 22, crazy, and I get like 37 or 36, depending if I have my facial hair or not, which is kind of funny because like I can like jump from super just go to the bar and drink to like midlife crisis, so whatever, dude. Anyway, I'm actually born 1981. I'm like gonna be 32 this year. Yeah, I think. Nerd for life. Still looking for my player 2. Can't settle down. Can't settle. So you gotta find the right one, because you want to do it once and you want to do it right. Just my opinion. All right. What else did you want to know? Well, if you know where Washington State is, and if you know where Seattle is, yeah, I am about 2 hours north of there, and I live in a small city called Bellingham, Washington. If you look up Western Washington University, it is primarily a college town full of young, dumb, and full of knowledge people that are trying to get a degree to graduate school so they can become doctors, lawyers, and other things that they'll be in debt for the rest of their life, unless they're rich, and that's fine. That's where I live, Bellingham, Washington. If you'd like to go hiking, come over here. If you don't like outside, move somewhere else. There's really nothing to do if you don't like the outdoors. That's just my opinion. What's next? If you guys are wondering what I actually do for fun, what I do for work, I'm actually pretty awesome. If you guys don't know yet, I'm actually a gamer. I'm a gamer and I love different types of video games. I've been playing video games since I was a wee little wee. And I got my first system was a Nintendo. Yeah, Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt. Yeah, I grew up on that. I never got a chance to do Atari though. Probably because I didn't know anything about video games back then. But let me show you a few video games that I own and some of the stuff that I do. So, actually, let me back it up for a second. What I do for work? Well, to be honest with you guys, I'm actually, and it doesn't look like it right now, I'm actually a what do you call this? A life coach. And what I mean by that is I like to look at men, and not that way, but I like to observe them and then kind of like help them out in whatever they need to do, like in success, but in many achieving small goals to their bigger goal. So if you, for a lack of a better term, I could be a mentor for a charm school, kind of like that. I teach guys how to dress, how to act, and kind of like, you know, whatever needs they need, I can try to help them out as much as I can. That's kind of like, I like to say what I do in my private time. So usually I'm in not in a Scribble Knots hat, but in like a suit, something like that. I look a little bit more legit. So, when I decided to change direction in career, I actually used to work for a clothing retailer. That's why I have all the suits all the time and the shirts and ties. I used to work for Men's Warehouse. I worked with them for quite some time. Learned a lot from them, but realized it wasn't really my passion, and I wanted to do something different with my life. I want to be able to go to work every day and enjoy what I do every day. I don't even know what that is. Maybe graphics? I like graphics. Making movies and editing a video? I like that too. Here's the best part. Hobbies. Here's a few things that I like. Let me show you. Well, I like video games, I like movies, I like books. I love a lot of things. So let me show you a few of the things that I love. Alright guys, so here's a few of the hobbies that I have. So, number one, I like to read. Well, depending on what it is, I mostly read nonfiction, because I read a lot of fiction through my manga. So, speaking of manga, I have a Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney manga. It's like a manga composed of short stories that anybody with a sense of humor will like. And if you played the 3DS game, even better, then you'll understand it even more. And so, what I have next is a Details Men's Style Manual. I love this book because it's one of the many style manuals that I own, and it has a different kind of like outlook on how guys should dress and what for what occasion. So very old school, traditional, but also like if you're a younger guy and you want to look a little bit more trendy and a little bit more, you know, flashy, with this guy right here, it also helps you with that too. So it has something for all ages. Okay, and I also like to read like informative books, like just like my style manual. This one is a psychology book about men, love, and sex. It's actually a user's guide for women, and I bought it. Yeah, that was an awkward purchase at Barnes & Noble. And it was really cool because it gives you a really different insight on the differences between how like guys and girls like pretty much accept things differently, and the way like if I say something, she's gonna hear it differently than the way I meant it to be heard. So it's a really good book. I would check it out. It's a good light read. It's more of like a fun book than it is like like a study guide or anything like that. Most of the replies in here are actually from real people that have been interviewed. So give it a shot. And last but not least, my X-Men graphic novel. This one in particular, written by and drawn by Jim Lee, because he is one of my favorite X-Men and overall comic book artists. And this is probably the comic where I fell in love with Psylocke, and which gave me a huge crush on Rogue at the same time. This was my awakening to like all the hotties of X-Men and all that. Also, it has my favorite villain, X-Men villain of all time, Magneto, is what I like to call him, or Swagnito. He is just cool. I mean, I just like the way he's designed, the way, you know, his attitude and overall, like, you know, charisma. So, and that's what I like about for books. Secondly, I like movies. So I like a variety of movies. Like, I watch a lot of documentaries on TV, on Netflix and stuff like that. Very informative stuff. I love comedies. Like, let's see here. I have a romantic comedy here, Crazy Stupid Love, with Ryan Gosling, Steve Carell, and Emma Stone. Awesome movie. It's a good date movie too. So if you have a date and you want to watch a movie with them, this is a good movie, and you guys can talk about it afterwards. It's kind of cool. What else we got here? I like dramas too. Meryl Streep is pretty great. Devil Wears Prada, movie about pretty much fashion and growing up in an adult world where you have to sacrifice you're like pretty much your pleasure with success. So it's kind of a good one. I would definitely give it a shot at least, but it's definitely not for everyone. So I'm not like a movie reviewer, so but I just like the movie. So, and one of my favorites has to do with the fashion side of me is Ocean's 11. It's got one of the greatest, like, it's got Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, so, and all stylish guys. I like guys like that. They're really charismatic and charming. So they kind of give you a pretty good example of what a man should be. So, but that's a generality. Every guy should be different and unique somehow. So, but I just like the movie too. It's kind of like a bank heist movie, so it's like a very dude movie at the same time, but a classy dude movie. All right. As far as you guys know, I'm a gamer. That's why I'm on the group, and I wanted to share with you a couple of games that I have that I play, because I play a lot of different games. Like, I play Call of Duty, I play Battlefield, but I don't play just those games. I play lots of games from a wide spectrum. So let me just show you a couple of games that I have, or a few games that I have here that I have in my library. I'm a big fighting game fan. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I play a lot of fighting games online. Super Street Fighter 4, you gotta have that if you're a fighting game fan. So it's hard to learn, but it's easy to learn, hard to master. So it's really good. I'm a big RPG fan myself. Like, usually most gamers are RPG fans, and I have Dragon's Dogma right here, and my buddy hooked me up with Tales of Grace. So these are two types of RPGs that from different sides of the planet. So Japan, America, which is funny because like Capcom is a Japanese company, and they made like an RPG made for like the Western audience. So I count this as a Western RPG because the way it feels is not like this at all. So definitely two different games here. So if you're looking to RPGs, check this out. If you're not sold on Dragon's Dogma, check out Dragon Age. I heard that was really good. I still have mine sealed up, and I'm waiting to play that. So soon I will. All right. And I also love cheesy anime games. I have Naruto Ninja Storm. Like all three of them, I think. Have like all three Dragon Ball games. I'm a big fan. I grew up on Dragon Ball, so I gotta have them. I just gotta play them, right? So, and last but not least, ironically, is The Last of Us. So, the game is pretty straightforward. It's like a movie. Like most of the games now, they're very cinematic, like Metal Gear, super cinematic. This one is just like, it's all about the feels, man. This game is all about the feels. If you play this game and you don't like get mad, sad, or like laugh at any of the stuff, you are a soulless human being. You might just be The Last of Us. That was a bad joke. Whatever. Alright, so so I like movies, I like to read, and I love video games. I like to draw. I mean, you guys have seen some of my artwork online, and hopefully you guys like it. If not, then I'm just not your particular taste and style of art. But anyway, what else do we got to cover here? More questions. So questions number 6. Alright, next question. Dreams. Yes, I have lots of them. What are they? Sometimes weird, sometimes under the pool of sharks, or Asian invasions. No, okay, well, dreams, as far as dreams go, I don't know, I just like to, if I could be like a famous like graphic designer, that'd be kind of cool. I always want to become an architect and kind of design my own like, not a playground, but like, like a gamer's paradise type of deal. So it'd be kind of cool, like monitors built into walls and consoles built into walls and stuff like that. That's kind of a dream, right? Or a Toys R Us kid. Like Peter Pan, I never want to grow up. No, actually, if I can have my own like successful like men's boutique that sells like suits and stuff like that, that'd be kind of cool too. I would like that. I would like to design that and also have like our own jazz bar. That'd be kind of cool as well. Favorites. I have lots of favorites. Favorite color? Red. Favorite food? I don't know. Asian? I like rice. Favorite number? Dos. Favorite female? It's a trap. Oh, look at that. I was right. I have lots of favorites. You just ask me, I'll probably like... There's so much to list, so just ask me later. 8, 9. What makes me happy? 3 primary things. Good food, good females, and the laughter of children. The last one's kind of weird, but if you ever hear a baby laugh, tell me you're not in a good mood after that. What makes me sad? What makes me sad? Babies crying. Women that are being like abused or ill-treated. And horrible food. Like just gross food. Not that it's not delicious, just like poorly made food. And the last question, number 10, secrets that I have. Well, if you ask me, and I tell you it's not really a secret, so I will tell you one thing about me if you don't know. I was almost married. Yeah, back in 2003. Way back in the day. Whole different era, whole different story. And I don't want to go into it right now because I'm on the internet. You can always ask me and I'll tell you later. Oh, I think I'm gonna go play some video games. Alright guys, well thanks for listening, and let me know if you have any more questions. Ciao!